Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been with us before, welcome back. And if you just slid by, saw the title, and decided to click on, welcome. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Now, you saw the title. We are, yes, going against the big one and the little one. Spirit against United Airlines business class. Now, it was early in the morning, y'all.
Okay,
And I had to get myself together because it was a 5 o'clock flight with United, y'all. I couldn't even get the microphone right, y'all. But once I did get the microphone right, I had to tell y'all where we were going, what we were doing, and how we were going to compare these two airlines. Stay tuned.
comparing first class with United, one of America's best, and we're comparing it with United and Spirit. So today we are flying to Jamaica. We're flying from New Orleans to Jamaica first class, and then we're going to fly back from Jamaica to New Orleans, and we're going to compare how the flights go with Spirit big seats, which they now call first class, well, business class, and United's business class. We're going to compare the seats, we're going to compare the check-in, and we're going to compare the service. So stick around and you'll see how everything goes with the combining of both of the airlines. We have already checked into United, and if you could see, it went kind of smoothly. The only problem is we couldn't check into the kiosk because we had to show paperwork, where it's going to be a little different in Spirit because we don't have to show paperwork. Because we're not leaving out of the country, we're coming back into the country. So it's probably going to be the only thing different when we check into the kiosk. But we're going to stay tuned and see how everything goes. See y'all in a minute.
Okay, y'all, this is me heading to in the airport to head to United's kiosk. Now, I do have a confession to make, y'all. For the Spirit's kiosk, I didn't get to film that. However, it was the same type of vibe. They did have people to help you at the kiosk. However, we did have to show documents because we were going international. So we did have to show documents. So at the kiosk, you can only get so far, and then you have to show your documents to the gate agent. To the ticket agent, and then they can go ahead, do your bags and all that stuff. However, it is a separate line, just like with Spirit, with priority. But United does have way more people to help you, unlike Spirit. Spirit, I think, had maybe one or two. So that's what you see us doing right now, getting the kiosk situation done. But they did have to send us to the ticket counter to show our paperwork so we could go ahead and get through that priority line. And once that was done, we got to go ahead and to our gate. And once we got to our gate, we were able to check in with priority. Again, just like Spirit, there is the priority. You go in with group 1 to check in. And so this is going to show you our seats and how our leg room was on the Spirit. On the United flight. My husband is 6 feet tall. I'm 5'5", so you can see there's a lot of leg room. On both flights, we did have hubby on the window seat and me on the aisle seat on Spirit as well as United. And here you'll see the pretty much the setup of how United flight was, and then on Spirit we did have a connecting flight, so we got to sit on behind the first seat and on the first seat. So this is Spirit's seat configurations when we sat in the front seat, and you see here still kind the leg room. Still, hubby has less leg room. I'm trying to fix the camera so y'all can see. Hubby has less leg room than he did in the United flight. However, for me, it was still comfortable because I'm only 5'5", but hubby is 6 feet, so it was a little. His feet was it was kind of a short, little, he couldn't stretch out. Let's just put it that way. And forgive me, I'm still trying to config the camera so y'all can get a good glimpse of how far his legs were to the wall than mine. So after, I'm still trying to get it to connect y'all, but also you can see that the armrest that we had, we pretty much had to share. And here I'm pretty much telling y'all that it's a lot going on this spirit flight. Like I couldn't even get my thoughts together to really tell y'all what was going on. But next we're going to see how the food was. So first, let's go ahead and check out what United gave us for dinner. They also gave us breakfast, y'all, because we did have a 5-hour flight, and they gave us breakfast as well as lunch. I didn't film breakfast, but I did film the lunch that we had. I can't remember exactly what lunch I had. Well, I had a cheese plate because that's what I wanted, and hubby had I think the chicken or something like that. But yes, and you can also get a drink, a cocktail as well with your meal, and you also get a drink when you come in. Now this is Spirit's lunch that they give you. It's a bag of chips or whatever, a drink. You can also have a cocktail with it on the flight as well as United. But you can see there's more of a snack than an actual dinner or lunch that is given on the Spirit flight. Now, like I told y'all, we did move seats on the second flight. We were on seat number 2 on this flight instead of seat number 1. But you see the seat configs were pretty much the same on both flights. They both felt the same. They both was kind of comfortable. It was just the leg room that you have to look at when you fly in between Spirit and United. And if you want a good meal, of course, United is the ticket. So, yes, you see, we just making our drinks here, enjoying our drinks and our popcorn. And yeah, and for your entertainment, you do have to use your own devices. Okay? So rating both flights, I compare them equally because again, bags are included, the seats were comfortable, and we did get to both places safely. So it all depends on what you're looking for and how tall you are, obviously, to compare Spirit to United. So if I were you, I would try Spirit or United and go by what your budget is also allowing you.